Hello everyone! It has officially been a week since I upped my dose on my GLP-1. If you are new here, my name is Tiara and this is my channel, My Shot at Life, where I share my weight loss journey on a GLP-1. I've been on a 5 milligram dose for about 3 months and I have now upped my dose to 7.5 milligrams. I actually upped my dose on March 8th. I dosed that evening and it has been a little bit more than a week. And in that week's time, I have lost 5.3 pounds, which means that I am officially at my lowest. Woohoo! For those of you that have been following my journey, you know that the lowest that I got on my carnivore journey was down to about 265 is where I kind of plateaued. And I am now about 20 pounds lighter than then in about the same amount of time as well. So before I dive into the numbers, I want to tell you guys what I have been doing this week, and I have been doing so much better than I was. I have been getting that motivation to do things, to work out and live my life, and it could be the GLP-1, it could be more sunshine is finally here, but I really heavily think that it is having to do with the success that I've been having with losing weight on this higher dose. So for my workouts, I did work out 5 times last week. I did weightlifting for about 20 to 25 minutes, and then I would get onto my vibration plate for about 10 minutes. So 30 to 35 minutes of working out for 5 days. I also upped my weights. I got some 10-pound weights. Before I was using 6 pounds, and now I'm on 10 pounds. It's a bit of a killer to do my whole routine with the higher weight, but I think that it's a good thing, and I can feel that I'm getting stronger and it's getting easier to do. This week, so today is Thursday, I've worked out technically 2 times, and that was just going for walks. I really didn't feel like weightlifting this week a whole lot. On Monday, I did 25 minutes on the treadmill, and last night, so Wednesday night, I did 15 minutes on the treadmill. But I also went on a walk yesterday, not a super long walk. There were bees everywhere. We have some beehives that are moved close to our house, and they just got in the night before. So they were very agitated, very, very aggravated bees, and it was intense. So I was like, I don't want to be walking outside anymore. And I also did go on a really short walk this morning, actually 2 short walks just to my mailbox. We have like this lane that leads down to the road, and I checked the mailbox there. Actually, I'd like to tell you guys a really embarrassing story. So this morning, I had oiled my scalp. I'm trying to take care of my hair on this journey, and I oiled my scalp and put in some coconut oil in the ends of my hair, and then I clipped it up with a claw clip in the back and these 2, alligator clips up here, and then I put it in to just like a disposable shower cap. And when I went out into my kitchen this morning and opened up the window, I looked out into the field and I saw some smoke. That's not really a normal thing for me to see. It is spring, so I was like, maybe the people that own the field came and started burning some piles of weeds, and then it started back up again. I didn't see anybody nearby, so I kind of kept an eye on it as I was just getting ready. I just threw on some clothes, and I was like, well, I'm going to just go to walk down there and go see. Before I left, I was like, I have to cover up my head situation. So I put on this little bonnet that I have. I looked so stupid, but I live in the country, so like there's not really anybody to see. So I was walking down my lane, and then here comes a 4-wheeler that was from like my neighbor's house that's like across the field. Here comes this 4-wheeler, and it was actually my landlord. And so he's there, and I'm just like, hey. And I just looked so stupid. So I just continued walking to my mailbox as if I needed to check the mail, which I really didn't. And then I came back home, and then I got a notification on my phone saying that I had a delivery that had arrived, And I looked on my porch, it was not there, and I decided to walk to my mailbox again. And I ran into him yet again, looking the exact same way. So the first time I had to walk back home without any mail, and I felt really stupid. The second time, I was like, okay, well, I'm just gonna roll with it, I guess. But I did have my package in hand that was put in my mailbox, so I think it probably maybe clicked in his mind that that's what I was doing. And in case you need to know, here is how I looked. Back to my working out. When I've been walking on the treadmill, I have actually slowed down my pace a little bit, and I haven't been trying to walk super fast or do like a whole distance goal. I've actually been focusing on using a specific tendon in my foot, which is connected to the big toe, because I have flat feet. I've always had flat feet for as long as I can remember. And as I've been analyzing the way I walk, I pick up my big toe in the front, and it shapes your foot different when you're not really using that tendon to push down. It also connects to the whole rest of your body. This is what I've learned from the YouTuber Oscar Patel. I don't know if you guys know about him, but he's actually pretty awesome. He has a lot of really cool information on his channel. And no, I'm not associated with him in any way. It's just a cool little thing that I've discovered. So as I've been working that larger tendon in my foot, I feel like it works different muscles in my legs that I'm not used to working. So as I'm doing just my normal walking, it feels very different. Since upping my dose to 7.5 milligrams, I have not experienced a whole lot of food noise. I do notice more food noise towards the end of my dosing. I am dosing on Sunday evenings, so Saturday and Sundays can be a little bit rough just thinking of food. But throughout the week, man, I do so great. My food noise has really, really quieted on this higher dose. For my food, I've really been focusing on protein and fiber. I find that I do my best when I am eating steak for dinner. I'll have a steak and then broccoli or asparagus on the side. Sometimes like hard-boiled eggs or fried eggs, and I can switch those out with my vegetables. I have had collagen almost every day this week and last week, and I find that that really helps me to manage any kind of little temptations that I might have. Not that I have a whole lot, but especially towards the end of my dosing week, if I have my collagen, that I'm like, okay, I have something that I can taste, something that I can, put into my body that will kind of give that little bit of a dopamine hit. This past week, we also made some Ninja bell pepper boats, which it's like a bell pepper boat, but it's all chopped up pepper, and you just put it all together kind of like into just a bowl, I guess. So it's ground beef, the chopped bell peppers, some minced onion, and then I like to add in like cheese or sour cream to mine. But you also have to remember to add in the taco seasoning, because otherwise it's going to be a little weird, but it is super good with the taco seasoning. Now, I have to talk side effects. This is the furthest that I have dosed up. I've always dosed up in my little increments. This time was different. I went all the way from 5 milligrams to 7.5. I have had some side effects, but really, they really have not been that bad. I have had my sulfur burps. I had them really bad the morning after I first dosed up, and I was actually really pretty worried because I was teaching that morning, and I did not want to just be spewing the rotten egg smell at my students. But it wasn't too bad. Like, I just kind of kept my distance, and they didn't say anything, so I don't think they noticed. I also had the sulfur burps on Tuesday morning, and I've just kind of had them here and there on mornings this week. It's just been like maybe 1 or 2 in the morning, and I'll be like, oh, there's that. But it really hasn't been that bad. I've had a tiny bit of, not really constipation, it's just been a little bit more difficult to do my number 2s. So for side effects, I will take it. Now, here's the elephant in the room. You've probably noticed my goal board back here. I get to update it, and I'm so excited. So come with me over to my board, and I will show you what's going on. So this morning, I weighed in at 242.3 pounds. That means that I am officially 60 pounds down on this GLP-1. I'm actually 60.4 pounds down on this GLP-1. So here we go. I get to take off some numbers. 248. Haven't seen that one in a while. 247. Goodbye. 246. Goodbye. 245. Goodbye. 244. Goodbye. 243. Goodbye. I can't take off 242. Dang. That would have been really awesome. So what was that? That was a row. That was actually more than an entire row. This is super awesome. This is getting a lot more empty now. That is so cool. I love it. You can kind of see, but I'll show you how I look. Honestly, these pants that I'm wearing, I was trying to wear them about 60 pounds ago. I had them and I tried them on. There is no way I could have done them up. Now, they're definitely not loose on me. They're probably pretty perfect right now. I really don't like jeans a whole lot at the size that I'm at. And I think it's because where they button, it kind of like pokes out. I don't know if you guys have experienced that before, but it's not pleasant. I don't like the look of it. So this shirt is getting a bit baggy on me. I used to have to wear an undershirt under this so that the split in the side wouldn't show anything underneath. I would just wear a black undershirt. And now, I probably could. Sometimes a little bit of it peeks through, but not as much as used to be. So here is my turnaround. So I'm almost done with this video. I just want to ask your guys' opinion. I am considering changing up the way I do my videos a little bit. This is really just kind of a hobby, kind of an accountability kind of thing for me. I don't see myself as an advice giver. I just kind of see myself as somebody sharing what I can, sharing what's happening in my journey. I just kind of want to show more of my life and more of what I'm capable of with this weight loss that I've experienced, and more to come with this GLP-1 that I'm on. So I'm kind of thinking about taking you through my days and just kind of giving more updates of my day-to-day life on a GLP-1. I don't know. I'm not sure how many people are into that. I find videos like that really interesting. So it might not matter what you guys think. I don't know. But I'm just kind of playing around with that idea. I'm not a skilled videographer. I'm not a skilled editor. So I don't know what you guys would think about that, but let me know if you have an opinion either way. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for taking this shot at life with me, and I will see you next time.